Hey, BooTube. I actually have a lot of stuff to catch up on. I have at least 2 Black Lightning episodes I have to do. I have at least 2 Black Lightning ones and at least 3 Flash ones. I'm gonna do one right now. I don't remember how many Legend ones I have. I know there's most likely at least 3. So, yeah. I'm sorry for the delays. Again, like I explained in the previous videos, I have been really sick, and not only that, like, I've been working, and I get extremely tired from work, and like I said, I've been sick for a while, so combine that with tired from work, and you get pretty much KO the moment I get home. But anyway, this is, I forgot which episode, but I know this is, The Flash Season 4, and the episode's titled Subject 9. If I remember correctly, this is the episode the previous episode was the last one I left off on. If I remember correctly, it's a pretty self-explanatory, episode. Basically, Barry tries to go back to work, even though, he was cleared of all charges and all that shit because of Ralph disguising himself as a very alive DeVoe, right? And we all know DeVoe is, in fact, alive, just in poor Becky Sharp's body. Ugh, that feels just wrong. A dude in a tiny little girl's body. And I felt so bad for Becky, because we all saw in the previous episode, Becky, she said the moment she gets out, she wanted to change her life. She wanted to be a good person. She didn't want to harm people with her powers anymore, right? So, there was hope for her. I thought maybe she could escape and maybe join Team Flash and use her bad luck shit on DeVoe or something. That would have been awesome, but no. When DeVoe shows up, he ends up draining each and every one of those other bus metas, and she ends up being the last one, and Barry, of course, he can't do anything because he has a stupid speed inhibitor thing on his foot, so he can't run to her and save her. So he's, like, forced to watch the poor girl who's trying to reform herself basically get killed off and have a psychopath old dude in her body. That was wrong. Anyway, he tries to go back to work, but they let him go because of his connection to the DeVoe case. I kind of don't blame them. It's like, he worked for the police. Yes, he's a CSI, but he still worked for the police. And then he ends up on a murder case where he was a suspect in murdering someone. I kind of don't blame the police for that, but it's like, hello, Barry, charges were dropped. DeVoe is alive. He do shit, right? So, but then again, like I said, I don't blame the police. This is like in real society. If you have some sort of criminal record, it's harder for people to actually, get a job. I'm not saying this from experience, but, like, I know people who've actually went to jail, not on bad things, like, not like terrible things like murder or something like that, but I know some people who have been to jail because, like, drugs and alcohol and all that shit, and it's hard for them to get back into the job game, you know what I mean? So I kind of don't blame the CCPD on this one. But anyway, they end up encountering another, a metahuman. Pretty much they find her in like a little country hoedown place. And her name's Izzy. I know for a fact she is, in fact, an actual legitimate person in the comic books. But right now, on the top of my head, I can't remember that comic book character's name. It's obviously Izzy. It's just, the hero name, I can't remember it for the life of me right now. But she is, in fact, she exists in the comics. And, she has, like, sound wave powers. Like, she can use sound to pretty much bounce you around everywhere, and it gets amplified when she uses her violin, which, in the comics, that's what her comic book counterpart does. And when DeVoe tries to get to her, she's able to actually fight him off. And of course, they manage to escape and everything. They attempt to convince Izzy, hey, you're safer here. She may look like, DeVoe may look like a pint-sized person right now, but that's actually a dude in a young woman's body, which he stole. And he is going to find you and pretty much kill you and steal your body if you don't stay with us. And we could, and if you're scared, we could defend you. And at the same time, we could train you to fight yourself. You managed to fight DeVoe and all that stuff, right? But of course, she doesn't like the idea, mainly because Izzy, her dream was to have a recording album, you know? She wanted to be a singer, perform, and all that stuff. She just so happened to come across these powers, but she still wants to pursue her dream in music. So I kind of don't blame her. She didn't want to be involved in any of this shit. She just wanted to be in music, right? So as she was trying to leave, there was this funny moment with Ralph where he's like, I'm gonna go have a heart-to-heart with her and all that stuff. And it's like, I wasn't sure if you guys draw straws on who gives the motivational speech and all that shit. But it was pretty much a funny moment because like, go! Convince her, Ralph, go! And all that stuff. And it was pretty cute. It was pretty cute. And I liked the whole bonding with Izzy and Ralph. Ralph, as you know, he had a bad life before coming aboard Team Flash, you know, getting fired from the CCPD and all that stuff. And he pretty much gave this amazing motivational speech that actually made me tear up a little because he's like, I was like you. And these people, they won't abandon you. They're good people, they're good friends, they've got your back. Look at me, right? They basically he told her, like, they have a buddy-buddy system. And as the elevator opens, it's pretty amazing because she turns around and is like, well, who's gonna be my buddy-buddy? And I like this cute bonding moment between Ralph and Izzy. I was like, immediately on board with the shipping thing. I know I shouldn't because instant ship should not be happening right now, but they are too cute for each other. And plus, they have some things in common. They're both bus metas. They're both being under the protection of Team Flash. They're both being hunted by DeVoe. Anyway, they start training her and stuff like that, but unfortunately during the training she ends up getting hurt. And of course she ends up leaving the team. And at one point, if I remember correctly, there was another encounter, unfortunately, with DeVoe. And although they all fought valiantly, DeVoe, because he sucked up so many of the bus meta's powers already, he ends up using, I forgot that guy's name already, but remember the first body that he took? That one African-American dude? I forgot his name already, but he had the whole I could read your mind bullshit. Yeah, he uses that guy's powers, and then he uses Becky's, luck powers, and combines them, and uses it against Barry to give him a brain aneurysm, which is like, how the hell do you get I can read your mind, and I have good luck, you have bad luck powers, and cause someone to have a brain aneurysm? I don't know, but apparently that's what he does. And then DeVoe uses his original powers that he had, and uses that and pretty much incapacitates Ralph. And unfortunately, there's like no one left to defend poor Izzy. And Ralph is left helplessly as he's desperately trying. You could tell he's desperately trying, but unfortunately he's unable to stop DeVoe from getting to Izzy and taking over her body. And it's just depressing, because you know, it's like, he really liked her. They literally liked each other. You could tell even in Izzy's eyes, you know. And it must be heartbreaking for Ralph because he bonded with her. He sympathized with her and all that stuff. And to see her pretty much die in front of him, that's traumatic. I don't blame Ralph for just being completely heartbroken when that happens. And, Barry and Ralph, they end up having a heart-to-heart where they talk about their losses, you know. Ralph talking about Izzy, and of course Barry talking about not only his job, but I think at one point he mentioned losing Becky. Because remember, Ralph was there, he was trying to get to Izzy. It was similar to how Barry was trying to get to poor Becky in the prison. And very similar. So I think he mentioned Becky at one point, but I know mainly his loss of his job at CCPD was the main thing he was talking about. And so, it pretty much motivates him to stop the vote. And I love the whole Barry and Ralph relationship here. It's obviously growing. It's a good bromance here. And good bond. And I really hope nothing happens to Ralph. I actually like Ralph. He's a good addition to the team. And we need another meta. I mean, I know technically right now Cisco and Caitlyn are both metas. But we've seen Barry, Cisco, and Caitlyn from the very beginning. I want another meta-human there on the team that hasn't been on the Flash since the beginning, okay? We've seen Caitlyn and Cisco since the beginning, and although Iris is not a meta-human, we've seen her since the beginning. And although this is a different Harrison Wells, we've seen a Harrison Wells since the beginning. So, having Ralph there on the team, and also Joe. We've also seen Joe since the beginning. That's why I liked when Wally was there. I like when Ralph is here. Because they were not there from the beginning. I want to see metahumans or just people in general join the team, stay on the team that were not on the team since the beginning. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping nothing happens to Ralph. I really don't. But anyway, that is my reaction rant to Season 4 episode of The Flash titled Subject 9. I don't remember what episode that is. At least the number-wise, but it's titled Subject 9. And I will see you on the next 2 episodes of Flash that I am missing. I will also see you for the 2 episodes of Black Lightning that I'm missing. And most likely there are 3, but I'm not sure how many, but I know I'm missing at least 3 episodes of Legends, so I'll see you in that too, okay? Bye, BooTube. And apparently the Flash is on hiatus, so hopefully I'll upload this one, and then I'll record and upload the next 2 episodes of The Flash for Season 4 that I missed. And then hopefully I'll be done with Flash, because apparently Flash is on hiatus till April. So I just need the 2 episodes of Flash that I missed now, after this one. And then I'll be fine with The Flash, and then I just have to catch up with Black Lightning. Well, I have to catch up with Legends, because I think they're also on hiatus now too, so I need to catch up on Legends, and then I'll get to Black Lightning, because I know Black Lightning is premiering another episode in 2 days, which is on Tuesday, so I know for like Flash is on hiatus. I believe Legends might be on as well, to make room for Arrow, because I know Supergirl's coming back, which is probably why Flash is going on hiatus, so Supergirl can come back, and I think Legends might be going on hiatus so Arrow can come back. I think. That's what I'm assuming, and Black Lightning just gonna keep going. But anyway, I'll see you guys for that. I'll catch up on Flash, and then most likely catch up on Legends, and then just continue with Black Lightning. So, be patient with me right now. Like I said, I've been sick, and combine that with work, being tired from work, I KO so quickly. And I've been having appointments and all that shit, and I have not had any time. It's just a miracle I had time today. So, and I look like crap right now because I've been crying for an hour and a half, so I'll see you guys for The Flash. Bye.